Welcome to the Sports Bash pre-show presented by Brownstone's Coffee. They are the breakfast and lunch destination for the whole family. From their house-made dishes to their handcrafted drinks, you can order online or go to one of their 5 locations on Long Island. Good morning, everyone. I'm Peter Schwartz, joined as always by Vinny Tickets. Good morning, Vinny. It's nice to be back here.
Well, good morning, Peter. We missed you yesterday.
I felt a little bit like Cal Ripken yesterday.
Yes.
Because I had been here for you. Your streak ended a long time ago because you had missed a couple. But I have done every sports bash since we started last August. So I kind of felt like Cal Ripken getting a day. I really didn't have a day off because I was working at WFAN yesterday. But I kind of felt a little bit like Cal Ripken, like getting the day off after having this long, ridiculous run of doing shows.
Yeah, you had a great run, and I will say this. It's better to be Cal Ripken than Wally Pipp.
That's right. But I did see part of the show yesterday and listened to it. Thought you and Wiz did a wonderful job, at least the first half. I didn't hear the back end. So the total analysis will come at a later date. Yes. But from all precincts reporting, it sounded like you guys did a wonderful job without me.
Wait until July 6th, where Wiz and I.
It's July 5th. If you show up here on July 6th, there'll be nobody here. It's a Saturday.
Well, all I was saying July 6th for was because the morning after is where we are today.
After.
So the morning after, I'm expecting major kudos, and then we'll have that big celebration, the Sports Bash annual barbecue on July 7th.
Yes.
We'll have the first annual Sports Bash barbecue.
And thankfully now the Schwartz family is able to attend that because the Yankee Red Sox game that we have tickets for got moved to the night
flexed
game.
It, right?
Right. So we will be able to be in attendance for a little bit, and then we'll have to make our way to the Bronx for the game. Maybe the Yankees will win some games before that point.
Yeah, and actually you could carpool with my son because he's going to the game as well.
Oh, they're going to the game too?
Yeah, he has a friend coming in from
Are they
Tennessee.
sitting in legend seats?
Please don't bring that up. Let's edit that out, guys. Edit that part out.
Well, we'll talk more about this on the show, the Yankees' problems. The Mets are back in action tonight. But we found just 30 seconds before we went on the air for the pre-show. How much time do we have, Chris, on the pre-show? We have 2 minutes. So plenty of time to say we have a last-minute special guest.
Legend.
On the show coming up in just a few moments. He was the head coach for many years of the Houston Oilers, Houston Tennessee Titans, then on to he was with the Rams also. Now he is the commissioner of the Arena Football League. Jeff Fisher is going to join us on the show. The AFL is going to have their championship game, Arena Bowl 33. Guess where? Would you like to know where? It's in the area. It's kind of like a stump the tickets type of.
Let's see. Citi Field.
It's not at Citi Field. Arena football.
Arena football.
Arena football.
UBS Arena?
It is not. It's
got to be Nassau Coliseum.
No, it's a unique place. I wish it was Nassau Coliseum.
Unique place.
They have to remember, arena football is played on the turf goes over the hockey rink.
Yeah.
So it's got to be a place that's got a hockey rink where they can put the turf over the hockey rink.
Well, the only other place could be Barclays.
No.
Wow.
How about this? The American Dream Mall at the Meadowlands, where they have the NHL-size hockey rink. And the Metropolitan Riveters, the former women's hockey league team, played home games there. They just recently had a high school basketball tournament there. The Harlem Globetrotters are going to have a residency there at the American Dream.
Oh, that's
so they are going to host Arena Bowl 33 on Friday, July 19th. The game will be televised by CBS Sports Network. And I worked in the Arena Football League for 8 years. It was, with all due respect to some of the other great jobs that I've had, including this one in my life, the Arena Football League was the best job that I ever had, and I miss it so much, but I'm glad it's back. I'm good. Chris Gannon was like, 40.
That's our video guy. We love him, though.
You're getting your cues from Kyle and Sebastiano on the other side of the glass. There you go. All right, so we're off to a great start here so far on the program. 20 seconds to go in the pre-show. We are going to have a quick update, and we're going to have Jeff Fisher, the commissioner of the Arena Football League. It's coming up. Sports Bash. We welcome in our radio audience on LI News Radio. It's a good Friday morning, everybody. We'll talk to you in a second.
The views and opinions expressed on this program are not necessarily those of this station, JVC Broadcasting Management, or its sponsors.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Sports Bash, presented by TicketBash.com. Sports Bash is brought to you by the Embassy Diner in Bethpage, by Falcone Law Firm. If you need to speak to an attorney, call them at 631-607-4LAW. That's 631-607-4529. By the Marty Lyons Foundation, the official charity of Sports Bash Media. Visit their website at martylyonsfoundation.org. And by Collaborate Studios, a content marketing production facility. For more information, call them at 516-509-8277. Good morning. I'm Peter Schwartz, joined as always by Vinny Tickets. And good morning, Vinny. First of all, these are the days where you come in with the script and you got to kind of like go off the script a little bit. So we're going to hold off on the Sports Bash Flash. We'll flip that to the second part of the show. We have a surprise guest that is called in, and we're very excited about this. The Arena Football League is going to be holding its championship game, Arena Bowl 33, on Friday, July 19th.
Do you know where they're having it?
Of all places, yes, I do.
Oh.
The American Dream Mall and Entertainment Center at the Meadowlands in New Jersey, where they have an NHL-sized ice rink. So they're going to play Arena Bowl 33 there in front of a national television audience on CBS Sports Network. The commissioner of the Arena Football League is Jeff Fisher, the former Rams and Oilers and Titans head coach in the National Football League. And Jeff Fisher joins us here on Sports Bash. Jeff, it's Peter and Vinny. How are you?
I'm great, guys. How are you? You mentioned it that right there at the top, you have to adjust. It seems like that's what I've been doing on a daily basis.
I know, and the Arena Football League, made its return and had some growing pains throughout the season, but things seem to be under control. And I appreciate that, Jeff, because I don't know if you know this, but I worked in the AFL for 8 years as the radio and TV announcer for the New York Dragons. So I was ecstatic when the Arena Football League came back this year. I was hoping there would be a New York franchise. Maybe now you're playing the Arena Bowl in New Jersey. Maybe that's a signal that a franchise will be coming back to the metropolitan area at some point, huh?
You know, Peter, I hope that's the case. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. What's happened over the last 6-8 weeks is as we're reorganizing and keeping the group together. It's really a passionate group of owners, and I won't go into what happened in the past.
Right.
We're looking ahead, but had just dozens of calls and people reaching out that already have programs, and that they've got teams in different cities across the country, and they want to become a part of this. So I wouldn't be surprised. And you know what's interesting when you say that you had the experience there? I've come across so many people that have got their start or have had experience in indoor football. I'm new to this. The Nashville Cats were going while we were going in Nashville with the Titans, and kind of look over my shoulder every once in a while and go, well, that looks like a cool thing, but really didn't know much about what was going on from an indoor perspective. And I'm wearing two hats. Okay. I'm involved with the Cats in Nashville, and that's how I got in. And I was honored that they asked me to come in and try to help with the reorganization. But my point is the Cats went to Billings, Montana. I have a lot of friends out there. I have a second home there. And these guys, some of my buddies came down for this game, and these guys are still calling me because they had so much fun. And it's if you haven't been to one, and you know what I'm talking about.
It's the greatest. It is such a great sport.
Yeah, the tradition that the Albany franchise has, and this bitter rivalry between Albany and Orlando, and then the rest of the teams that are trying to go. It's just really fun. And I got into this because one reason was that the people in Nashville, ownership in Nashville, asked me if I could help. Well, anything that has to do with Nashville, I'm going to help, because they just, my career was blessed beyond imagination by Nashville and the state of Tennessee. So I'm going to help wherever I can. And as I got into it, it has become really a lot of fun for me. There's a lot going on. Again, I want to circle back to you. Say you spend some time there. The CEO of the Predators, Sean Henry, got his start in arena football, and the Titans executive got his start in arena football. And currently, we have, I think there's probably 40-50% of the referees in the NFL. These are the white hat dudes.
Yeah,
they've all had some experience in there, and It's just it's a fascinating game. We had a game, about a month ago, 11 seconds left, 11 points were scored. 2 weeks ago, let's see, it was Albany went out to Billings, got beat, and Billings kicks is down by 10 with 20 seconds left, something like that, and the kicker hits the deuce, and it's just like, it's amazing what you can do and with a little bit of time. So
it's a wonderful sport, and it is prepared some players to go on to play in the National Football League. Everyone knows the story of Kurt Warner. And then there's tons of other players that played in the Arena Football League. Kevin Swain went on to play for the Jets. Mike Furry went on to play, for the Rams and the Lions. And now he's a successful college coach. And I'm glad that the league is back and has gotten through this rough patch. So I have to ask, Jeff, why the American Dream Mall? Why is the American Dream Mall hosting Arena Bowl 33?
We have a management, an ownership group that kind of silently, behind the scenes over a period of 3 or 4 weeks, negotiated this thing. And they think, well, obviously it's a great venue. It's a small, intimate venue. We have a network partner. It's a great place to bring, both teams in there. And they just felt like, I know in the past what you do is you might go to maybe a city that has a team that has interest in maybe joining the league, and they kind of use it as an audition. But no, we didn't want it. We're going to have plenty of time to do that. We wanted to come up there. The people at the mall at American Dream have just been absolutely great, and we have proximity. We got fields that are close by we can move, and everything's tied together, the cost factors and all that. So we'll be up there in a few weeks. We have unfortunately, or whatever happened as we were during the reorganization, for this weekend here was supposed to be week 10, and then we were going to step in the playoffs. Well, what we decided collectively as a group was just to go with a 6-team playoff format starting next week, and then just take the weekend off and everybody fine tune and, sharpen their knives, if you will, and get ready to go have this playoff run. So it's fun. I mean, everything, the players are excited. And that's the one thing, I keep having this visual of this when at our first game, as I was walking in, I saw a young couple, a father with a 3 or 4 year old on his shoulders walking in, and this child was so excited, and that's what this thing's about. It's about making the memories, in indoor, not outdoor. It's not outside, it's indoor. And somebody told me over the last couple of weeks, he goes, there's nothing better than football and hockey combined, and that's what indoor arena football is.
It's
a great sport.
It's wonderful. So what about tickets? I mean, the rink at American Dream is right in the middle of the mall. There's a couple of levels. So I know there's a view from up high above. What's the ticketing situation for a game like this? Do they sell tickets for the game in the mall?
Yeah, they will definitely be selling tickets. You can go on to, the AFL, to our website and get directions. They'll escort you that way. You can buy tickets. And again, we will get you all that information. I don't want to sound like I'm a little bit unprepared, but I don't have my notes right now.
No, Jeff, all I want you to do is make sure there's a New York franchise in the upcoming year or two.
Well, we can talk about that, Peter. Why don't you get Boomer involved?
You know what? Maybe I might do that. The word was a number of years ago, the Dragons were talking to him about getting involved.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, there's so many people.
Well, maybe Vinny wants to invest in an arena football team on Long Island. The Coliseum's got a lot of open dates.
They sure do. I think I'm good on a football franchise.
You think you're good on that?
Yeah, I think I'm good on that one. Oh. As exciting as I think it might be, know nothing about it.
I could run it for you.
Yeah, there you go.
I could run it for you. There you go. Jeff, thank you so much for spending a few minutes with us. Can't wait for July 19th. Listen, I don't know if I'll have any part of the game that day, but I definitely want to be there to see it. I haven't been to an AFL game in a long time, so I would really look forward to coming to the game that day.
Well, this thing's lining up to be pretty good. We got
That's
6
exciting.
teams that are all capable and qualified to do it. Thanks for the time, and my best of 4th of July weekend to all the listeners.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Jeff. Good luck with Arena Bowl 33.
Thank you.
Arena Bowl 33 coming to American Dream Mall at the Meadowlands in New Jersey. Thanks to AFL Commissioner Jeff Fisher, the former NFL head coach, for joining us. I'm sorry, I can't wipe the smile off my face talking about arena football. We'll be back with lots more. We'll have our flash. We'll have This Day in Sports History. It's a free ticket Friday. Almost forgot about that. We got some good tickets to give away. It's all coming back. Stay with us on Facebook and YouTube through the break. We'll have a word from Embassy Diner, and we'll also have some more content coming right up. Hi, I'm Peter Schwartz.
And I'm Vinny Tickets.
We want to take a moment to talk about our fantastic sponsor, the Embassy Diner.
Embassy Diner has been a beloved staple in the restaurant industry for over 50 years. And the great thing about it is when you walk through the door, you're not a customer, you are family. Every visit promises to be filled with warmth, love, and respect.
And here's an extra treat. If you mention Sports Bash during your visit, you enjoy a free dessert on the Embassy Diner.
Come on down to the Embassy Diner, where great food and great company are always on the menu.
Visit the Embassy Diner, located at 4280 Hempstead Turnpike. I might be involved in the game in some way.
Yeah.
We are back. Peter Schwartz, Vinny Tickets, Sports Bash, presented by TicketBash.com. Again, thanks to our guest, AFL Commissioner Jeff Fisher, for joining us. And I think it's going to be a unique sport. You know, you talk about, I remember years ago, WWE did a TV show in front of Amtrak in Penn Station.
Yes.
They set up a ring in front of Penn Station there, and they've had the, women's hockey games at American Dream Mall. Now they're going to have an arena football game there. I
haven't been. Do they have seating there?
So there will be some. I guess they have like a little riser on the bottom with some seats, but then they'll, in order to look from the upper level of the mall, there's a ring around the top, so they'll probably have some viewing from up there. It's going to be interesting to see. I mean, you must be fascinated by this from a ticketing perspective.
Yeah, I mean, I've never heard of anything like
well,
this.
They did sell tickets for the Metropolitan Riveters hockey team there, and they did sell tickets for this high school basketball tournament, and the Harlem Globetrotters are going to have a residency. We're going to welcome back our radio audience in just a few seconds. Welcome back to Sports Bash, presented by TicketBash.com. 631-451-1039 is the number to call. It's Peter Schwartz. It's Vinny Tickets. Again, thanks to Arena Football League Commissioner Jeff Fisher for joining us on the show. Arena Bowl 33 on Friday, July 19th at the American Dream Mall at the Meadowlands in New Jersey. We're going to start off this segment with Free Ticket Friday. It is Walker Hayes at the Catholic Health Amphitheatre on Saturday, July 6th. Some special things about these tickets, right?
Yes. So it's Saturday, July 6th, and we will be giving away 2 pairs of tickets, and they are of the VIP variety. So when you go to Catholic Health Amphitheatre, keep in mind there's a private VIP parking area, there's a private VIP entrance, there's a private VIP bar, and then there's VIP tickets to the show as well. The tickets we're giving away are full VIP and include every single one of those parts of the ticket. So it's full VIP.
So 631-451-1039. We have 2 pairs of tickets to give away. We'll take callers 1 and 2 right now at 631-451-1039. It is time for the Sports Bash Flash. It is brought to you by the Embassy Diner in Bethpage, where every customer is considered family. The Embassy Diner, located at 4280 Hempstead Turnpike in Bethpage. Mention Sports Bash and get a free dessert with your meal. We were at the Embassy Diner, me and the boys last night, a late night little snack. Gus was not there. He was long gone by that point, but we had a nice little late night snack at the Embassy Diner.
So real quick, what does a late night snack entail?
I had a nice big bowl of clam chowder,
right,
and some crackers.
Yeah.
I think Bradley had a pizza burger or bagel. I don't remember which one it was. And Jared had a BLT.
Oh, there you go.
So
See,
had a
I
nice
hear
little-
snack. I think like disco fries or
Yeah.
you know what disco
The
fries.
boy,
are?
no, I don't.
Disco fries. So back in the old days,
Curly fries?
no, the old Italian kids. They used to go to the club after the club. You know, they'd be in the discos. They'd go to the diner. They get French fries, melted mozzarella cheese on top, and brown gravy on the side. It's
It was
called disco
interesting.
fries.
The boys went to go to Dave & Buster's last night.
Oh, okay.
And they wanted to get something to eat at Dave & Buster's. And Dave & Buster's wouldn't let them eat because the bar was open.
Oh, okay.
So I don't understand. You know, Bradley's old enough to drive a car, take his brother to Dave & Buster's, but Dave & Buster's wouldn't sell them any food. So they came home starving. So all right, well, let's go to Gus. We'll go to Embassy Diner.
There you go.
We'll start in Toronto on the Flash, where the Yankees were pounded by the Blue Jays 9-2. Manager Aaron Boone's team has lost 10 of their last 13 games to fall percentage points behind the first-place Orioles in the AL East.
So these are little things in the season that suck right now, but that also make me continue to feel really good about this group and where we're going. You know, we'll look back in this time and it'll be something that I know is going to end up being good for us.
Look, I know Aaron Boone's got to be positive. He has to. He's the manager. He's the face of the team. He's the mouthpiece of the team. But I mean, I'm getting sick and tired of listening to the same nonsense every game.
You know,
how about knock over some microphones and kick a chair in the press conference?
Get ejected.
You show the emotion, Aaron, when you argue with the umpire on the field and you get ejected every other game. How about showing a little emotion during these media conferences afterward?
Yeah, I think there comes a point where you need to address the challenge, and I'm not saying he has to make any changes on the team or on the lineup or anything like that, but you need to show some emotion. This is unacceptable for the team of this caliber to lose 10 of 13. And you could express that. That's not being negative. By coming out the way you do, it's almost accepting failure. And as a leader, I must say, accepting failure is not a good thing.
No, absolutely not a good thing. I mean, you're not getting any production. It's like the 2023 Yankees all over again. I mean, you got to put your fist down and wake this team up a little bit, because the Orioles aren't going to go away. They're not. They're good. We talked on the show last week about how this was going to be back and forth all the way through. If this doesn't get any better, you'd be lucky to get a wild card spot by the end of the season. So the Yankees better wake up. They take on the Blue Jays again tonight in Toronto. Mets are off last night. They begin a series with the Astros tonight at Citi Field. Mets have won 15 of their last 19 games. Round 2 of the NBA draft last night. Cliff Notes version, because the Knicks made like 18 different trades yesterday. At the 38th pick, UC Santa Barbara point guard Ajay Mitchell. And at 51, they take French shooting guard Melvin Ajika. I thought it was a great couple of days for the Knicks between their draft picks and also getting OG Anunoby signed, getting Mikal Bridges from the Nets. And it certainly sounds like Jalen Brunson is about to sign an extension. That's what all indications are, that extension is in front of him, and there's a very good chance he'll be putting pen to paper on that soon.
Yeah, I think we mentioned a few things for the Knicks, and we spoke yesterday about it, Wiz and I, about does this make them a championship team? And, you know, it definitely bolsters their roster. It does strengthen them in a lot of different categories, and it also gives them some depth, right? And that's really what we need right now. We need some depth. If we bring some depth and some youth, it's a great combination.
And what kind of players can the Knicks get that will, cut the gap between them and the Celtics? Because that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to shoot for the Celtics. And Mikal Bridges is a guy that helps you out on the wing. And I think that was a great trade. They gave up a lot of draft picks, but really, when you think about how good the Knicks are, where are those draft picks going to be?
Yeah,
I know it's 5 first-round picks, but really, where are those picks going to be?
Yeah, and keep in mind, the Knicks need to keep that mentality of win now. They're that close.
Yes, they're right there.
You know, the Nets are obviously, everything for them is about draft picks. They're choking on draft picks. That's all they have is draft picks. The Knicks need to put together a program that enables them to win now.
Nepotism alive and well in the NBA as the Lakers take USC point guard Bronny James, the son of LeBron James, with the 55th pick in the draft.
That was interesting.
Well, we don't need to spend much time on that.
Yeah, next.
Kind of knew that was going to happen.
Next.
It's time for this day in sports history, and a little bit late, but better late than never. We welcome in Whiz Kid Vinny.
Thank you, Peter. Thank you, Vin. Now, last year, I know we're talking about how the Yankees are having their struggles and talking about, it's going to be like 2023 all over again. that would also assume that this would have to happen, because last year in 2023 on this day, Domingo Herman had his perfect game against the Oakland Athletics.
Wow. I remember staying up late to watch that.
Oh, yeah. I was watching that whole thing, and I was on the edge of my seat. And he had an amazing game. 99 pitches. So he had less than 100 pitches, 9 strikeouts. The team busted the bats through against the H pitching staff. 11 runs, obviously 0. So 11-0 game. Herman went in and out of the lineup because of either domestic abuse or injuries or sticky substances on the hand. But on this game, he was perfect. He was perfect as you could be. And it was the last perfect. Before that, it took until like 2012, 2011 when Felix Hernandez had his game against the Tampa Bay Rays. And now Oakland Coliseum, who it will be the final year for them this year, that will also be probably the final perfect game for them, as that was actually tied with the original Yankee Stadium from 1923 for perfect games.
Awesome. Thank you. And I don't think the Oakland Coliseum is going to mean really good business for ticketbash.com this year with all those empty seats. I don't know how many people are scrambling to get Oakland Athletics tickets in their last year.
No,
Do you think the last game will have a big crowd?
I think the last game will sell out.
You think so?
I do. I think the last game will
There's
sell out.
a lot of anger.
Yeah, there is anger. You know what? Maybe they'll close the top again. They'll put that big tarp on the top of the building, and then they say, "Oh, it was a sellout."
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens. Hey, that we fit a lot into a very short amount of time. So thanks to our guest, Arena Football League Commissioner Jeff Fisher, who joined us. Don't forget, Arena Bowl 33 is coming to the New Jersey metropolitan area at the American Dream Mall, of all places, on Friday, July 19th. I believe the kickoff for that game is at 5:30. So if you have to commute from New York to New Jersey and you don't want to deal with the traffic, just pull over, go into the American Dream Mall and go watch a great Arena Football League game. And I'm excited to go to see that. Coming up on Monday, we'll recap what the Mets and Yankees did over the weekend. Hopefully the Yankees can get on track north of the border in Toronto. And I'm sure this Mets-Astros here has to be a huge ticket item for ticketbash.com.
It is a big ticket item.
Are the games all sold out?
No, they're not sold out, but it's a decent ticket for Citi Field. Yeah.
And Yankee fans, you can go see the Mets, root for the Astros, root for the Mets against the Astros. Bring your garbage cans and help out Yankees after you beat the crap out of the Yankees during the week. Least you can do is root against the Astros this weekend at Citi Field for Yankee fans. So for Vinny Tickets and everybody on the show, I'm Peter Schwartz. Thanks to our sponsors, Embassy Diner, and also the Marty Lyons Foundation, Falcone Law Firm, and Collaborate Studios. Have a great weekend, everyone. We'll be back